Coming up on Good Morning Wilmington Live, United Way of Delaware's Brandon Brice stops by the plaza along with Head Sherpa Gurev to talk about the upcoming Pancakes Progress breakfast. Plus, founders of Black Sands Entertainment, Manuel and Geiszel Godoy, stops by to talk about the Black-owned comic publishing house. And Ambassador of Basketball, Joe Richmond, is back on the plaza to talk about boxing. Be sure to tune in Monday, September 12th at 10 a.m. right here on DETV.
Good morning, Wilmington. What's going on? I'm your main man, Big Iv, the talk of the town, Mr. DETV, Mr. Positivity. And again, on this lovely Monday morning, September 12th, I'm here with my dynamic, amazing, beautiful co-host. I could go on for days and days.
Vincenza, good morning, Wilmington, and good morning, Ivan.
Good morning, Vincenza.
I missed you.
Oh my gosh, that week off did something,
I know.
And we missed you at home.
Yes, so. We did. We missed everyone. I felt, as soon as I arrived on set this morning, I was like, oh my gosh, wait, we haven't been here in a while. It felt like an eternity, even though it was 1 week off, but yeah. it was much needed because I had a chance to catch up on a few other things going on because obviously I'm nonstop, you're nonstop. So it's funny when they say, oh, we were on break, right. But it wasn't really a break for us. Right. No breaks for us. But Ivan, why don't you share with everyone how was your birthday weekend?
Oh my gosh.
Because your birthday was last weekend for Labor Day weekend.
Oh, you know what? It was great. It's one of those funny things about when you get older, right? Mm-hmm. You really start to appreciate everything around you, right? It's not when you were 20, you're like, yo, I want to be a millionaire. When you're already a millionaire, you want to be like, I just want to be happy.
Yes,
right?
you want to be happy and healthy.
Yeah, happy and healthy. So 47, it's a new year. Mm-hmm. I think this year I'm going to dedicate more on giving back than anything. Because we've been so blessed here at DETV. Mm-hmm. But again, family, friends, my daughter. We had my son came to visit. My Army son came to visit, so I was so stoked. I'm a freaking Army dad, right? So, and a girl dad. So my son came, and I had a great time.
Good. That makes me very happy that you were with family, and I'm sure that that was you were overwhelmed with so much joy. I was very excited. It was Ivan's birthday. I was right away. I woke up that morning. I was like, "Happy birthday, Ivan!" Right. But I'm glad that you were able to enjoy that day or that special weekend with your family. Because I'm again, if everybody knows me, I love family, so I was very, very happy to hear that.
But and first, and also let me say thank you to everyone that reached out and gave a birthday wish to me. I probably had over 2,000. People I need to get back to say thank you.
Well, this is the perfect time to tell them now.
Yeah, just thank you. Because I was, you know what? Because I woke up, I was like this. I rolled over. I was like, I'm gonna give it to him. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it, sis. Thank you, bro. And then when I got to like 50, I was like, I can't do this. So thank you all that reached out to wish me a happy birthday. We really, really appreciate it.
Yes.
Busy. You were busy this weekend.
Yes.
What were you doing?
So I had a fun-filled weekend. We had the official send-off party for Miss Delaware USA.
That was
Miss Delaware Teen USA.
What's the names?
Grace Lang and Ava McMurray. They were on the show a few weeks ago.
That's right. Congrats.
Yes. So yes, thank you. We had their official send-off party at V&M Bistro. Very excited to host that beautiful event.
Right.
And they wanted a brunch-themed send-off party.
Oh.
That's what they told my sister and I. We don't do brunch. We don't do brunch at V&M Bistro. I'm making that clear. We don't do brunch at V&M Bistro, but they wanted a brunch themed send-off party. So
it looked like
my sister and I at V&M Bistro, we delivered. We had breakfast pizza.
Breakfast pizza?
Breakfast pizza. Ever had breakfast pizza
Okay,
before?
never.
It's egg, sausage, ham.
Like quiche a little bit?
Cheese on a pizza. It's delicious. And even breakfast-style Sicilian pizza. That was really good. My whole kitchen did that. We were collecting ideas, but it was really, really great. And we had mimosas, sparkly mimosas. So we had lots of yummy, delectable delights, and also we had Bloody Marys and whatnot and cocktails. But it was a really nice event, celebrating my title holders, more importantly, as they're sent off to Miss USA, and Miss Teen USA, which will be held live in Reno, Nevada. Miss Teen USA will be October 1st, and Miss USA will be October 3rd. So tune in. You can go to missusa.com to follow all that information, or just visit all of our social media platforms, Miss DE USA or Miss DE Teen USA, to follow and watch my title holders. So very excited for that.
So
yeah, busy weekend.
We all here at DETV wish you, I don't believe in luck. Go do what you do.
Exactly.
Bring home
exactly.
the gold. Is it a gold? Is it a trophy? What is it?
It's a little bit of everything, but it's the national title.
Bring home the national title, ladies.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So let's discuss.
Okay.
I know we could talk about everything we've been through, but let's talk about what's going to happen this weekend, because it's happening this weekend.
What's happening this
There
weekend?
is a list. I mean,
Oh,
Najee was,
Let me see.
our producer Najee was sharing with me right before the show, like everything's happening this weekend. I feel like we're back in September,
Oh
and
my
September
gosh.
is full of events. I thought summer was busy. I think the fall is going to be even busier. So just this Saturday alone, there's the Bob Marley's People's Festival.
That's
remember
this
we had,
Saturday?
yes, we had Jenny. Remember we had Jenny
Pitts on.
Yes, we had Jenny Pitts
Right.
on the show. Very excited to interview her, but her event is happening this Saturday. So make sure you, if you're around, definitely attend. I hear it's a lot of fun.
Okay.
We also have Bossy Picnic. So remember Brittany?
Yes,
Brittany only
Brittany.
made herself a boss. I was able to. We interviewed her also.
Yeah, and then that was great with her. So that's this weekend. And we also have Dinner en Blanc. And if you're registered for Dinner en Blanc, that's going to be crazy.
So I've never been.
Oh, gosh.
Have you attended?
Yes.
Okay, what's the experience like?
Insane.
Really?
Insane. You have to do it, right? My next one I'm gonna do in Paris, but you're like, it is so great that they brought it here. The Flags brought it here. Maybe I want to say 3 years ago.
Okay.
All white. You get a notification, an email to the secret location where they're gonna have it. So
how
you don't
fun.
know where they're gonna have it.
So you don't know the location, but you plan.
You plan, and you bring your own food, you bring your own table, you dress it up, and you just go get on a bus or wherever public
That's so
transportation.
fun.
It is whoa, you know. And then
Really,
one thing about
really.
the Flags, right? Dinner en Blanc is great, but they also know how to throw a party. They make sure they bring A-list people in that can entertain, sing. I think one time they had people on horses, on white horses running around the
Wow.
park. It was simply awesome. That was.
So
you
that's
need
an
to go.
event. If you haven't attended,
Yeah.
try to. Well, you have to be invited. Am I correct? You have to be
You
invited, or
have-
someone has to invite you?
So it goes. You have to pre-register, like put
Okay.
your name in there.
Okay.
You have to pre-register, and then I believe they. I don't want to say they pick, but they just go down a list, and then there's different phases that you have to do.
Okay.
It's a process.
Wow, that's like a whole experience,
Girl,
though, and you
who
didn't even get there yet.
Yes, right.
Well,
Right.
that's really exciting. So that's happening this weekend. Oh no, everyone needs to register, and you'll get more information on when that will be
Right.
happening. Obviously, location to be determined. But let's talk about
What'd you
the
say?
Hispanic Heritage Festival. What happened?
I'm sorry.
Najee's over
She
here.
right.
You're not distracted. Najee,
what?
okay.
so
Najee's
what'd you say?
distracted.
Oh yeah, talk about East Side Charter. Go ahead.
No.
So look, our producer to the left of us, she's whispering, and you know my eyesight is like 21.
I know.
Like 20, no, like not 2020, but 21. And then I'm like, what? So, East Side Charter. Great news today.
Yes.
I just left this morning. I came in, Vincenza, and East Side Barclays donated $1 million every year.
Okay.
For the next 3 years for their STEM lab that they're building at East Side Charter. If you look at it right now, this is the event the footage that we got. Congresswoman Elisa Blunt, the mayor, the president, I believe, or the president of Barclays is there, and it was just a beautiful event that they did, and you can imagine what STEM is going to do in the community,
Yes.
right? So
Yes.
that was great. So we're going to have on next week Aaron Bass, the CEO of
Okay.
East Side Charter, and Mr. Ragland from Barclays, and they're going to talk more about the event.
Excellent.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. Obviously, we mentioned that there's so many things happening in the month of September, and like I said earlier, we thought the summer was crazy busy.
Jeez.
Nope, the fall is here, and we have so many things. But I have to just reiterate this because I had started to talk
Right.
about it before. The Hispanic Heritage Festival is happening also this weekend, so make sure that you tune in. It's Sunday, September 18th at 12 p.m. at Bellevue State Park.
Nice.
So make sure you definitely, check that out. I know that it is Hispanic Heritage Month, and we had the opportunity to celebrate and interview representatives in the state, honoring that and all the events that are happening. So make sure you check that out, 'cause it seems like a fun event.
Yeah, and then we also have the Black Film Festival that is going on. It is the Diamond State Black Film Festival. It begins Thursday, September 15th. Go to diamondstatebff.com for tickets. Make sure you check that out. Now we got all that out of the way, Vincenzo.
Right.
Let's
And
talk
we
about
could
these
keep
amazing
going,
guests
too.
that we have today.
Okay, super excited about our first group. We have Brandon Brice, the Director of Philanthropy for United Way of Delaware, and Gurev. He's the head and CEO of My Sherpa. Very excited to chat with the both of them.
Brandon is always doing something. So
Yeah.
I'm dying to hear what he's doing. And he brings great people with
Yes,
him.
he
So
does.
I can't wait for that interview. And who's next? Who we have after that?
Yes, we have Manuel and Geiszel Godoy, the founders and CEO of Black Sands Entertainment. Super excited to talk to both of them.
Yeah,
they were on Shark Tank.
Yeah, I saw them.
Uh-huh,
I got so excited. Because, they like really, they're artists.
Yes, so
Like
very
beyond
excited.
artistry. So I can't wait to talk to them.
All right, and last but not least, we have Joe Richmond, the ambassador of basketball. Very, very excited to chat with him as well. So we have a great show for everyone.
Yeah, and he's the ambassador of basketball for your Delaware Blue Coats. And actually starting in November, this is the third season that DETV will be broadcasting the Delaware Blue Coats basketball games live, all their home games live. So we're super excited about that. Actually, I just got the email from the NBA today for the contract. So
Awesome.
super excited about that. Great things we're bringing to you here in Delaware and, well, Wilmington and beyond.
Excellent.
You ready?
All right,
Let's take a break.
you got it.
And we'll be right back with the first interview on the plaza that is going to rock your world and rock your socks and all that great stuff. All right, we'll see you right back here on DETV. I'm Ivan, and this is
Vincenza, we'll see you soon.
See you soon. Good morning, Wilmington.
Coming up, Brandon Brice and Gurev.
DETV has been Delaware's premium provider of creative digital and broadcasting solutions that bridges communities and connects people. We create great stories for all audiences. We deliver independent news throughout Delaware. We are digital platform innovators. And we develop marketing and sales solutions so you can stay connected to your audience. Now, why do we do what we do here on DETV? We do it because we care. So, keep watching and follow us on all of our social media platforms. Remember, DETV, online, on air, on time.
Every issue that you care about,
Every issue that I care about.
And every issue that affects our daily lives is impacted by one simple action.
A vote. As the Delaware Voting Rights Coalition,
we stand ready to protect and expand access to voting.
Because our communities deserve a democracy that works for all of us.
learn more and join us at aclu-de.org/DVRC.
Government doesn't make a move without an agenda, some type of plan. The problem is we haven't been on the agenda. Sometimes we're overlooked. Sometimes our interests aren't the interests of those in power. I'm your host, Kerwin Gaines, on DETV's new show, The Agenda. We're going to do our best to ensure that you, Delawareans, are knowledgeable about what's going on in the Assembly, federal government, local government, it doesn't matter. We're going to do our best to ensure that folks that make the agenda on a daily basis have to answer for it. Let them explain what they're doing. If it affects you, it's on the agenda.
All right, first up on the plaza, we have Brandon Brice from the United Way of Delaware and Greg Gurev from My Sherpa, the head and CEO. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Don't be like, thank you, man. What's happening, man? How you doing?
You know, we are so busy right now because this is the season of education.
It is.
And I mean, from all the good stuff and what's happening in the city, and we have an amazing program, Greg and I, that we want to talk to you guys about today. Pancakes in Progress, the second upcoming program.
I got the email maybe about maybe a week ago, and I was like, "Is that time again?"
Hey.
I heard the first one. You were hosting the first one?
Yes, I was the moderator.
You was moderator?
Yes.
How was it?
Excellent. Oh, it was an amazing event, really. And I know that we went right to that because I was there saying, okay, let's start with what's it all about, but we're going to just talk right about. It was an incredible event. I mean, just the turnout alone was immense. It was held at DuPont Country Club, and I had the opportunity to moderate.
Nice.
So they had a beautiful panel discussion, and I say the word beautifully so delicately because it was very intense. But it was engaging. It was informative. And I think that's what's most important. And I loved that Brandon and his team orchestrated all that. They brought so many different people to this event to have this really important conversation. So before I keep going, I want to just bring it back a little bit for our viewers tuning in that may not know what United Way of Delaware is or My Sherpa. So I want to just break it down a little bit for our viewers tuning in, if you don't mind. So Brandon, why don't you just give us a little background of United Way of Delaware?
So United Way of Delaware is an organization that has been around self-sustainability and getting people back on their feet since for the last 75 years. Pancakes in Progress was really birthed out of the fact that United Way said we want to solve issues around those things, around workforce development, education, and how do we do it, and how do we really solve the problem? And so my team came together. We put together the first Pancakes in Progress, and it was a success because we literally asked the question, what's the future of Delaware's workforce? And we said, you know what, now let's talk on another big issue for Delaware with a lot of the teacher shortages. What's the state of education in Delaware? And now with our partners like My Sherpa, who's really taken it to the next level as far as bringing technology into the picture, we said, you know what, let's do it, and we're going to continue to do it every quarter.
All right.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you.
Now I really want to hear about who is My Sherpa?
So My Sherpa, we're an IT support company providing a worry-free IT experience for our customers. We've been in business for 21 years, so we're one of the largest established locally owned companies, IT support companies in Delaware. And I pride myself being in Delaware. I love Delaware.
Right.
We do too.
Can't you tell? My man.
We're very proud of our state. Well, we're very excited that you both are here and that you teamed up to put together this very, very, I think it's an important event. Like you stated, you know, this time talking about our education. And I think that's very, very, very important, especially going into the new year, school year. Just let's hit the ground running. So what can people expect from this next event?
Well, you know, we've been blessed. We've got a great panel this year. We've got representatives from the Teachers Union all the way to, we got the Deputy Secretary of Ed coming. We have a gentleman that works in literacy, and then we have someone also that supports, one of the superintendents. And it's literally folks from all over the state.
Excellent.
But it's an interesting opportunity because we're talking about those issues that people don't want to talk about. So the teacher shortages, and not only in the state, but in the country.
Yes.
Literacy rates, are they where they need to be? And then also education, and how do we prepare students for the jobs of today, but also with my partner with Greg here, the jobs of tomorrow.
Right. And I think that's great because coming through this pandemic, right, there's definitely been a digital divide as well. And having these conversations and bringing these hard questions, you know, the governor comes in all the time and he talks about education. We had teachers come on before, Dr. L, talk about education. The outcome, let's talk about the outcome and impact. Because that's what we're all here for, right?
Absolutely.
We could talk all we want, we could raise flags, we could raise money, but let's talk about the impact of what you're expecting Progress and Pancakes and Progress to make in this education conversation.
Well, you know, a big part of it is we want people engaged.
Yes.
Feel free to bring your question. Don't ask a crazy question, but bring your question. And then most importantly, what are you going to do about it? And how are you going to play part of this partnership, this collaboration of fixing Delaware's education system? And then organizations and partners like Greg, like My Sherpa, like other partners, Delaware Business Times, we also have Charlie Thompson, who's going to join Open and Close. But it's how do we get the community involved in education?
Right.
Period.
How we get the community. Let me ask you this. I am fascinated with the why, right? Number one IT company in the state of Delaware, right? And locally. Why are you participating in partnership with the United Way on education?
Well, it's dear to our hearts. Our mission is to support the local community and the economy here in Delaware and make this the best that we can make it.
Right.
And so, and also we're an employer, so we can see that if we get the right types of talents coming through the pipeline, there's so many great jobs out there that are unfulfilled because there just aren't the right qualified people. And so if we can help bridge that gap, bring people into the workforce with the skills that are needed today, there's fantastic jobs for lots of people out there. They just don't know about it. And so we'd like to help with that, because once like the IT industry is great. It pays really well, and you can see what happens when people take on get into a great industry with lots of support, and they can move up rapidly. There's lots of room, and then that provides them lots of economic benefit as well, closing that wealth divide.
Yeah, I think it's when you look at where we are in time, we had the Industrial Revolution. That's right. Right, and then now it's the digital revolution. So now we have to retool. We are retooling an entire society of saying there's no more putting widgets together, but now it's coding. Right, it's doing IT work, because that's the world that we're going in right now.
Well, one thing, Ivan, that's interesting, if you look at the state of where we are in the country, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, you could get a job and not have any coding experience whatsoever.
Right.
Today, you can't even, homework is on Zoom now.
What? Yes.
Everything is digital now.
No more books.
No more books.
Yes.
So I think this is important, not just for us, but for other partners to start having the conversation of what does education look like 10, 15, and 20 years from now.
Agreed. Beautiful.
Yes. Now,
I was going to say, here's what's important, though. It isn't just like IT and coding, right? It's take all the traditional industries like healthcare, construction. Those industries are all modernizing, right? So if you like to build things, you want to be in construction, but you also have a flair for technology, there's all kinds of fantastic jobs. Right now, the future's now. So now is the time for people to get into these trades and learn and apply their technology skills.
And I see Delaware putting a huge effort, including United Way, in workforce development. And I'm not going to ask why is that. I'm not, but we see that's been a good move for the United Way for a long time now.
Well, and it's what we're doing is we're not again looking at where we are today, but it's really asking where do we want to be tomorrow? Right. Because the reality is an educated Delaware is a better Delaware for everyone.
100%.
Across the line.
Yes, no, 100%. Now, let's touch on the details of the event, such as the date, the time, location, all that, tickets.
So it's September 30th. You got to register. Folks, you got 3 weeks. Don't wait.
Okay.
Fills up fast.
Fills up very fast.
Yes, it does.
September 30th. It's from 8:30 to 9:30. My honest advice, get there by 8. We literally had folks, the last program, get there at 7:30 in the morning.
Wow.
So that tells you, people want to hear this conversation. They want to be engaged. Don't wait. September 30th, 8:30 a.m. The Wilmington Country Club.
Okay, well, not
the DuPont this time. The Wilmington Country Club.
Wilmington Country Club.
Can you give 2 tickets away if someone's watching?
I got you.
Right.
I got you. We got you.
We got you. So let's do this. The first person that can email Brandon Brice and just say, I want to go. I'm interested. I want to go. Can you give them 2 tickets?
We can. So here's what we'll do. Go to the website. It's on the website, and you still have time to register.
Okay.
But seats are filling up fast. So try to do it this week.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right, we're good.
No, it's going to be an amazing event, and like I said earlier, that I had such a great experience. I was able to be the moderator for the Pancakes Progress event, and we had an intense panel discussion, right?
was it? Oh God!
It was intense.
What was it? What was the topic?
It was much needed. Sometimes you have to ask hard questions,
right?
Because you need to have these conversations in order to move forward.
Oh, you have to.
And to inform others what's going on.
Right.
And it was very, very helpful.
Gosh,
but
I
it
was
was
there.
actually my first time moderating a panel discussion, so talk about a first-time experience.
all right.
Okay.
But I really,
Great
really
job.
enjoyed it. I had the opportunity to meet Greg at the event. I sat right next to Greg before I started to moderate, and Charlie was also the host of the event. So it was a really great turnout. Great food.
Oh,
so you
always.
can't go wrong with the food, right?
Right. Who's moderating this year?
So this year is actually your own Kerwin Gaines of the
Kerwin.
agenda.
We're
Of the
I know we are.
agenda. And you know, we do that, excellent moderator, we do that because we want to really kind of get around to different perspectives.
Absolutely.
Love it. Love
So,
it.
yep.
Love
Yep.
it. Love it. All right, this is your community camera.
All right.
You know, you got the rules. You got 30 seconds, and you can go at any time.
Be there, September 30th, the Wilmington Country Club. Education is empowerment. Don't be late.
Well, that was simple.
Yeah,
Right?
love it.
Very simple.
Go and register. Where can they register?
You can go on United Way of Delaware's website. It's right there. Pancakes in Progress, the state of education in Delaware.
All right. You want to say anything?
That's all good. You can just Google it as well.
Okay.
Pancakes in Progress,
Perfect.
and it'll pop right
Oh,
up.
wait. One more plug.
Yes.
If you've got technology needs, My Sherpa.
There you go. There
Thanks
you
for the
go.
plug.
All right.
Yes,
that was
yes.
great. I'm going to be there this year. I would love to hear
You should go.
because we're going to have an education show with Dr. L and other two doctors that we were talking to.
So
Because-
very, very good event then.
Yeah, education is everything right now because we
yeah.
definitely need it. All right, thank you two for coming to the
Yes,
plaza.
thank you.
Thank
Really,
you.
really
Thank
appreciate
you for
it.
having us.
Keep us posted with everything you got going on, and you always got a home here.
All right.
All right,
I'll be back
Vincenzo.
tomorrow.
You shall be back tomorrow. Let's take a commercial break real quick, and we'll be back with. Who we got next? We got
Black Sands Entertainment.
the artist. Oh, that's gonna be ill.
Oh, yeah.
All right, did I ever tell you I used to draw when I was a kid?
We're about to find out.
Let's mess it. We'll be right back after this message.
Next on the plaza, founders of Black Sands Entertainment, Manuel and Geiszel Godoy.
Oh, yeah, I'm excited. Storman's Classic Hall of Fame inductees have just reached here. We're going to induct 100 people, and all the conversation around the state is going to come to a halt because we're going to induct 100 guys and girls on September the 29th at the Chase Center at 6 p.m. Be there. Also, most of these folks participated in Storman's Turkey Drive. It always happens the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. Be there, Storman's Classic 100 Basketball Hall of Fame. I'm ready. Woo!
As soon as I got here, I just felt the warm embrace of the community, man. Like, what y'all got going on is wonderful. And no wonder y'all called the work group, because y'all putting that work in. For real, seriously, y'all getting the work done.
We are committed to creating the best Riverside we can with the community, for the community.
Let DART do the driving. DART First State provides transportation that is clean, safe, reliable, and affordable. Plan your trip and get real-time bus information with the free DART Transit app. Scan your phone to pay your fare with the free DART Pass app. So what are you waiting for? Try transit today. Visit dartfirststate.com or call 1-800-652-DART.
Our next guests on the plaza are the creators and founders of Black Sands Entertainment, a unique animation and comic series company that caters to African American families. Welcome to the plaza, Manuel and Giselle Godoy. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
But I really appreciate what you guys are doing.
Thank you.
Thank you
so much.
How like both of you are artists?
No, we're actually writers. But we have a lot of artists on our team who are also working with us. And we just make comics. That's what we do.
So how did you come about with that, just the idea? You got tired of just watching everything, just watching it and just said,
especially since, I know that kids in general, especially African American kids, they really just don't have much to look back as far as legacies. So I wanted them to be able to look back much further than civil rights era and slavery.
Understood.
And be able to, see some cultures that actually involve them as well.
Right.
Well,
What do you have? I'm excited because
these are hardcover anthologies of our Black Sands series.
Okay, excellent.
Sure.
So as Ivan is looking at the book, I would love to share with our viewers a little bit about anime. and what it is? Because I know it's very different from animation and cartoons.
Yes.
Explain to our viewers about anime.
Well, I've always been a big anime fan, like my entire life. I used to watch Dragon Ball when I was young, right? And basically everybody loved anime back in the day, but nobody wanted to talk about it. It wasn't popular at the time.
Not in the hood.
Everybody
Not
knew,
in the hood.
everybody knew what a Kamehameha was, but nobody was gonna say it out loud, right? So that I was growing up on that stuff, and I always wanted to do it myself one day, and I started doing that. And Giselle also did children's books.
Yes. So I did a few kids' books, and this one right here that I have in my hand is the Brazilian Culture Exchange. So this is literally an actual trip that me and my family went on. Me and my kids, they were 3 or 4 at the time when we went to Brazil.
Okay.
And I wrote a story about the history and culture of Brazil to get students around the world to learn about their rich African history.
May I?
Yes,
I am
of course.
super excited over here. I'm like a kid in the candy store.
This is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Really beautifully done. And you know, obviously we're not able to really go through it, but just just to be able to. You call me old school if you want, but I love picking up a book and looking through the book. I mean I feel you get lost in the book, no distractions, no notifications popping up on your device or your phone, and you really can dive into it and the story it's telling. So I love that. So thank you for sharing with us, examples.
Yes.
So let's talk about Black Sands Entertainment and what you do.
So Black Sands Entertainment, we first started off in 2016.
Okay.
And Black Sands was originally supposed to be a video game.
Oh.
Yes, my husband, he loved video games. And the video game production was so expensive, we decided to pivot it to a comic book. So we did a Kickstarter campaign. The goal was to raise $4,000, but we ended up raising $20,000 to make the Black Sands series 1 and 2.
So there's a demand, and people believe in it.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, now we're well over $2 million in sales.
Amazing.
Yes.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
I love success stories.
Yes.
I love it. Wow. Did you ever think like?
Nope.
I get you. I know. Don't it happen like that? You wake up and you be like, wait a minute, hold on.
Exactly.
You ever saw this coming? Nope.
Nope.
Sure did.
Because I went to school for fashion design. I have a degree in fashion design. I thought I was going to be a designer. I worked in New York City as a fashion designer for Calvin Klein.
Right.
That's what I thought I was going to be doing. But no, I'm the CFO of my very own successful company, Black Sands Entertainment, along with my husband.
So, okay, all right.
It's amazing.
Okay.
I love stories.
I do. We might go over a little bit.
I love it.
So,
Not Jay. Did you get the memo?
You get the memo. We're gonna go over. So Black Sands. So where, like, distribution? Like who's picking it up? Is it in the bookstores?
Mostly it's parents, teachers, and librarians. They're the ones that tend to be the purchaser, right?
Okay.
And usually we sell directly online.
What age group?
Well, most of the readers are from 10 to 18, that teenage and preteen age range. But adults are fanatics as well because of how much history is involved, right? So they wish they had it as well.
I feel that if you love anime, you'll be obsessed with this.
Oh yeah.
My sister, Margarita, loves anime. My younger brother, they love anime. And I never really got into it as much, but they're obsessed with it. And they're older than 18 years of age, so I'm sure there's many young adults and adults that are obsessed with it as well.
That's why we don't call ourselves cartoons as well. Like we're making anime because anime just is taken more seriously.
Understood.
That's
cartoons.
That's the vibe.
Related to
Exactly. You think little tiny kids,
the Bugs Bunnies and all that. What's so fascinating about this is representation, right? Is that we as young black people of color, we get to see like, oh shoot, like one of the stories right here, the Bible, right? Is that the Bible?
No, it's ancient Egyptian.
Ancient Egyptian, right? But we get to see that, right? And I think it's just fascinating. And like my son loves anime, Ivan loves it, and I know if he sees something like that, he'd probably go berserk.
Right.
Well, anyhow, let's talk about your experience on Shark Tank.
Yes.
How did you get there? And
Dying
what was
to
that
hear
like?
about this.
Oh my God.
From the beginning.
Yes.
Okay.
So Manuel was literally on Clubhouse. They was having some kind of Shark Tank panel where they was looking for new people to be on the show. So he literally waited for like 3 hours or more to talk to someone in charge of the Shark Tank show.
Grit.
Yes.
Grit.
So he finally,
Gotta have it.
I know. So he finally got a hold of someone, and we was able to submit our information to see if we can be on the show.
Right.
Yes.
So you get there. The question everyone is, did you win? What did you get?
Wait.
Yes.
Yes.
So first of all, they pulled a trick on us to make us real nervous. They said, just let you know, Damon John's not going to be there. And I'm like, dang, he's the only black dude there.
It's like,
You know what I'm saying? And then they were like, but we got Kevin Hart.
Right.
And I was like, what?
That's what it was. Yes.
Wait, you were on the Kevin Hart
Yes,
episode?
we was on the Kevin Hart episode.
I remember that because he snapped.
Yeah,
he lost his mind.
That was so good.
So we and you know the episodes are way longer than they are, right?
Yeah.
But we had a straight shark fight in there because everybody was trying to get in, and Kevin was like, I am not letting this go. I didn't see herbs. I didn't see what's it called. This is a movie, and I make movies.
Right.
I remember him saying
we were
that.
at it. Eventually, he got me, man, because I wanted to go a little lower, but he got him and Mark Cuban seal a deal with us for $500,000 for 30% of our company. And now we can do whatever the heck we want, right? We can go to that finish line without giving away the entire thing. Because my always big deal was this: I don't want to be successful, have a multi-billion-dollar IP, and 30 years down the line, I'm like $20 million in. I have $20 million myself, and I'm like, how did my IP, the thing that I built, make billions, and I ended up with less than 1%.
I get you, and that's one of the been one of the biggest things here with us, with me at DETV. It's like I'm not giving away my intellectual property.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's where the value is, the value prop is, right?
Yep.
So I think I heard you say that on something on there. I remember. So let me ask you this, just on the business side, because I like to use this platform not just to highlight people that are doing great stuff, but to educate people that maybe want to be where we are, right? Has there ever been, or can you describe for me a pain point in building your own company and how you got through it? If it was grit, like I'm gonna stay on this phone for 3 hours or 8 hours, no matter what it takes.
Right. Well, have you ever experienced Clubhouse? I'm sorry to interrupt. Have you ever experienced?
I was on there for just for a little bit, but
very small moment.
But to first off, the commitment of waiting.
Yes.
You did not give up and just stay. I mean, you had to stay logged in. I know a little bit about Clubhouse.
Yeah, it was bad back then.
Yeah.
Everybody was in there.
Right.
Yeah, that was grit. You don't care.
You were determined.
Yeah.
You're like, no, I'm here and I'm not giving up. And I think it was also a little fate, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we always say
absolutely.
God stepped in
Yes, he
and
stepped
said
in
the
and made it
timing
happen. Yes.
was right and it was worth the wait,
Yes.
as you can see. So I'm sorry, I was just very excited.
No worries.
I interrupted,
No worries.
but you had a very important question, please.
Question one, did people tell you couldn't make it, you couldn't do it? And question two, what was your pain point and how did you overcome it?
Okay, for sure, people told us that we couldn't do it. Mostly, they didn't believe that we could make a product that was so hyper-focused on black readers, right? That they think that was impossible to make something like that a success. There's not enough black people, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, Nike ain't worried about that. Right. But for some reason, we got to worry about it as entrepreneurs. Right. So I doubled down and went through. And as far as our pain points that we had, it was mostly getting to scale. Yeah. Like you gotta get uncomfortable wherever you're at. So when we're doing our conventions, we can't just be like, oh, I made a couple $1,000s this weekend, I did great. I gotta be like, how can I never do a convention again?
Exactly.
Right? And it was aggressive plays and a lot of money lost in order to get to that next level of income.
Yeah. What's your background?
We're both military.
Both military.
Yes.
What branch?
Army.
Well, thank you for serving. Number one, I really appreciate that. You don't really appreciate it till you having someone, like my son's in the Army, right? And I'm like, nope, I appreciate you. I get you. Thanks for serving.
Yes, thank you.
But wow, I'm super. So that's you right there on your shirt, right? Is that you?
It's my persona.
Okay. Tell us
characters are Black Sands.
Tell us real quick your personas. Yes,
okay,
go.
so Ra, he's like the grandfather. He's kind of a heavy-handed, pharaoh. But to me, he does what has to be done.
Right.
And he's not the leader everybody wants. He's the one they need. So that's the kind of the vibe that he gives.
Okay. And your persona.
Yeah, Giselle. Yes.
Yeah. So this is Osset. She controls the fire. So and she's very protective of her siblings. So
I can tell in the book cover. I can tell in the book cover.
Yeah.
Look, that's great, but we have a trailer for your upcoming movie that we're going to play real quick. All right?
Okay.
That cool? All right, let's go to the trailer real quick.
How long has he trained you? I did not train him. I took him into the wilderness for 5 years. He has survived. I forbid this battle. You will stop nothing. Damn it, brother. Why must you feel like this all the time?
Sir, you need to think this through. There is nothing to think about.
Wow.
Okay, so that's what Shark Tank gets you.
Yes,
that's
the
Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
I make movies.
Yeah, I'll make movies. That's what I do.
Oh my
That's what I do.
That's so awesome.
You guys excited?
We're very excited.
Now, I would love to tell you guys about our education.
Please.
Please, yes.
We pivoted big time this year. We want to get Black Sands and all of our other titles that we have under our umbrella in schools, right? We want to get them in every middle school and 5th grade and above, you know, all across the nation. We've already done a lot of work in the South. We've done it in Alabama, in Georgia as well.
Love it.
And, you know, obviously we want to get Wilmington and everybody over here. But the idea is very simple. You know, kids don't really have a chance to go and, you know, experience stories that actually represent them in history, right? And that's the big asset that I feel that every kid needs in America, you know, and we definitely do it with Europe. You know, so we want to make sure our kids get some as well, especially since a lot of public schools are significantly, you know, Black. So it's like 70, 80% Black sometimes. That's something that we want to, you know, cater some books to them. So that's what we're doing right now. All our books are hardcover, you know, library-bound books.
Excellent.
And they're all graded and leveled and all that stuff that they need, you know, the legal stuff that they need to order. Right. And, you know, we've been doing a great job so far with this distribution.
Nice.
And hopefully we can compete with Scholastics one day. Or they can
You
call
will.
us.
You guys ever think about like TV, like Sesame Street?
Well, we always thought about, you know, different ways to get out there as well, you know, because at the end of the day, it's a brand, so we never know when we can have somebody who can actually, like, you know, partner with us well, and, you know.
Well, we have a kids show called DETV Kids. We'd love to talk to you about it, see if you guys would be interested. And we had to pivot through COVID, and our idea was, you know what, since there's a digital gap, let's create our own Sesame Street, you know, for kids in the community that we could just give it to. Letter of the day. We have Ashley Biden, the president's daughter, comes down and reads to the kids on it. So I would love to have a cup of coffee.
Yeah, exactly.
But we'll talk about that later. Let's talk about your publishing app.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Black Sands Publishing. So Black Sands Publishing, we have a lot of Black creators and brown creators and everybody else who are on that app right now. Like there's like 700 episodes or issues of all our books on there, and people can download that app, BSP Comics, for free, right? And get into that experience and actually, you know, get some new stories that they've never seen before. And one of the things we try to avoid is superhero stories.
Why's that?
We feel like there's too much Marvel and DC out
Yeah,
there.
we only focus on history before slavery.
Not that we don't love it.
Yeah.
But
it has its
I
lane.
agree. Right.
I got you.
agree.
I mean, think about it. Why do we care? Why does the Black community care so much about Wakanda and Black Panther? Right? It's not because Black Panther is a superhero, right? It's because Wakanda is so African, right? It's like it has so much African influence. And they're like, ooh, I can connect to the regular people, right? And I feel like that's the vibe that our app brings. It's the simple fact that we're trying to connect culturally.
You know what was unique about your what you do is when you see things like you said, you see the DC and Marvel, right? And then you see anime and you see your characters that you're doing. You can tell that there's something different. There's a different uniqueness about it. So it's not like I have to compare now, like you said, to Black Panther. It's like now I'm like, what is this? And it's like, oh, let me go over here because I already know what that's about. So you have your own lane, and
it's important.
It's an important own lane. So I love it because. Good job. I'm so stoked. Yeah, I'm all right. Okay.
Me too.
All right.
We're very excited to have you on the show. Can you tell?
Jeez. Okay. I done lost the whole interview right now.
No, it's okay. So before we break to commercial, is there anything else you would like to share with our viewers that we haven't touched on?
Where to get the books?
Right, any information, all that, social media, things like that.
So you can order our books.
I'll tell you what, this is the camera, you can tell them about it.
You can order our books at blacksands.com. You can actually watch some episodes on our YouTube channel, Black Sands Entertainment. And you know, we got I think we're gonna have another investment round coming soon. Now, we've raised $2 million through the fans before. Right? So, but you know, our show's coming and I kind of like independence, right? I kind of like nobody holding my wrist. So, you know, we might be raising it through the crowd and they might be owners of our anime.
Nice. If you need any help to get the word out, mi casa, su casa.
Okay.
You know,
That's
right here.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Thank
I mean, we want to make sure people win.
Yeah.
You know
Absolutely,
what I mean?
especially in Delaware. What?
Yes. Where are you from?
Well, he's from New York
I'm
City.
from New York. She's from
I'm from Alabama.
Oh, I'm from Queens.
You met, my wife is from Queens.
Oh, nice.
You met in the military?
No, we actually met when we got out of the military.
Okay.
In 2008.
Okay.
New Year's Eve.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
She's like, oh.
She said, all right. Yeah.
All right, Najee's like, wrap it up.
Okay. Because we're going to go to a whole episode of love. All right? We have a little music playing. So how'd y'all meet? Okay. All right. Thank you guys so much for coming.
Yes,
Thank
really
you so much.
appreciate
And
it.
good luck with the next few steps, or the next
you.
many steps. And we both wish you here
Yeah.
at Good Morning Wilmington much more success. And again, very excited for what you're doing in the community, especially the Black community. So thank you for that.
Thank you for having us.
No, anytime.
Thank you.
All right, Vincenza. Next up, we're talking about battle in the backyard. We're talking about punch, jab, jab, punch. We're here with my main man, Joe Richmond, and D. Lee of D. Lee Promotions to talk about this beautiful, amazing, who can't wait boxing event that's going down at
boxing.
the 76ers Field House.
I love
All right,
boxing.
so we're going to take a break. Is it a street break or just a regular break? Just a regular break, and we'll be back so you can learn more, hear more about this awesome boxing event. I'll be there. Yeah, my girl. You know what? Okay. All right, I don't want no beef. All right, we'll be right back after this. These messages.
Still to come, Ambassador of Basketball, Joe Richmond.
Oh, yeah, I'm excited. Storman's Classic Hall of Fame inductees has just reached here. We're going to induct 100 people, and all the conversation around the state is going to come to a halt because we're going to induct 100 guys and girls on September the 29th at the Chase Center at 6 p.m. Be there. Also, most of these folks participated in Storman's Turkey Drive. It always happens the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. Be there, Storman's Classic 100 Basketball Hall of Fame. I'm ready. Woo!
How did DETV start and how did you get here?
DETV started approximately 10 years ago in the basement of my home. I had an idea to show people of color doing great things, but what happened was I got to the point that I said, I'm gonna just show people all together doing great things. The motto and the moral was to bring people together instead of using media to rip people apart. And doing that, you know, I just did a lot of hard work, a lot of free stuff, a lot of things of just showing people being themselves. I figured that media, and I saw that media wasn't doing that, so I just decided to give it a shot, not knowing that it would bring me to where I am today. I had a great journey doing it, met some amazing people, did some amazing things, worked on some amazing projects, you know, and with just a lot of hard work and a bunch of sacrifice, I'm here today. I done worked on everyone's campaign in the state of Delaware, and now, you know, I'm just doing what I do and doing it with friends. My biggest accomplishment right now would have to be this, hands down, without a doubt. We want to make sure that we inform the community wholeheartedly. So again, they can have all the information that they need. For more information, you can find us at detvch.com. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Twitter and Facebook under DETV. Be sure to check us out. Tell me what you think. All right, D. Lee Promotions LLC presents live boxing. I'm telling you, The last boxing match I've been to was like the Hearns.
You're telling your age.
I'm telling my age. So on the plaza today, we have D. Lee and Joe Richmond, your Delaware Blue Coats ambassador of basketball here. We really appreciate it. How's everything?
Yo,
thank you for coming. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Anytime.
Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you. See all the compliments. Thank you. We're very excited to have the both of you on the show. So before we get into the boxing, let's share with our viewers a little bit about your background. So Dee Lee, please.
Okay. I'm a woman.
Wow.
Show's over.
In boxing.
And you have a history.
A big history.
You have a huge history. Yep. I looked. I don't know if you saw, but I looked over there. I was like, wait a minute. When I read it, I was like, wait a minute. We have royalty here.
Yeah. Not royalty, but I'm hanging in there. I put over 70 fights all over the world, 20 in Delaware.
Okay.
I am a Delaware fan. I'm not an Eagles fan. A Washington fan. Look, I saw a shirt go by.
I'm not an Eagles fan, and she's like, just
I saw a shirt go by here.
But I ain't hold that against her.
Right.
Go ahead, continue.
And my last, I want to say something about the 9/11. My one fight was on 9/11 at the Kahuna.
Wow.
21 years ago?
21 years ago.
Yeah. So, and I put it on 10 days later. So I've been fighting my whole time. Been sued, threatened, everything else.
You have the battle scars to prove it.
Oh, no problem.
Is it hard? Was it hard for you as a woman in the
Yeah, it was very hard. It was very, very, very hard with it. It just, it's not that, like if you and I went into a room and talked to somebody, they would look at you. They wouldn't look at me. They would ask you the questions and all. And see, my father, I'm gonna cry, love my dad.
Come on.
He taught me a handshake. A handshake.
Handshake.
This is not in this business, trust me. But I put 70 fights on, never canceled one except for that one. And I've never had any problem. You ask, I'm in the New Jersey Boxing Hall of Fame, the Atlantic City Boxing Hall of Fame, the Women's Association.
Excellent.
So I'm in a lot of things, and I had to prove myself. I'm still proving myself.
Right.
We as women, we never stop proving
No, you
ourselves,
don't.
but it shows how strong you are and how you have paved the way for many others that are inspired by what you have done. So know that even though it was extremely hard, you have inspired so many and have broken down so many walls. Well, you're punching walls, right?
I put the first
down.
all-women's card on in the East Coast and got sued. Got sued, and it's a funny little cute story. I got sued. My father came to my house the next day. He goes, "Here's $200 for the lawyer." What am I going to do with $200?
That's what parents do. They give you whatever they can. My dad used to bring tangerines. Like, here you go. But Dad, what am I going to do with some tangerines?
Right. I got 8 world titles on that card.
Wow.
It's the first time. And Don King gets a street named after him. Hello, is there something wrong with this? But it's okay. I love the sport. I'm with the Vineland Boys and Girls Club. I take the kids off the street. We have a boxing thing, which they didn't want to start. A lot of the, but I saw the kids. I saw the kids that sat on the floor, wouldn't look at you. After that, they're up there like they're proud. That's the whole thing. If we could get even a lot of communities in Delaware to come out, buy tickets for the kids. The cheap tickets for $30. It's the bleacher tickets in that field house. It's beautiful.
Beautiful, right.
Because then they'll understand respect.
Yeah.
They'll understand that they can do something.
So it's not just about boxing.
It's not just.
It's not about boxing. Probably started it, but it's not about boxing.
I should have been a matchmaker. I could tell if this person fought this person, it's fine. I didn't know this other stuff, but I figured how hard could it be?
Right.
You know.
Well,
how'd y'all two link?
Yes.
Oh, God, that's what I want to know.
Man, come on, who I don't know.
That's the truth.
Well, Joe, explain a little bit about your background, and then let us know how you guys linked up.
Listen, the day I got to explain my background in Delaware is the day I just go somewhere else. But you know what it is. It's your boy, Coach Joe, ambassador of basketball for your Delaware Blue Coats. And Ive is like the brother, like the old, like just forever.
Family here.
You know, Maddie, like my baby, you know, so I'm an adopted family. But, you know, came up here in Delaware with the 76ers, Delaware Blue Coats, over at the beautiful Chase Fieldhouse. My brother Big Mike, who flies in tomorrow, get ready for the flight out of Portugal, he'll be here. And we had a friend, his wife had a friend, and her son fought, and he was going through so many challenges, this, that, and the third, and he's a champion over there. So we was like, hey, can y'all help us? And we started getting them here, bringing them around, and D, we found out and linked on, just started searching like anything else, and we found D. Lee, and the rest is history. And she's like, hey, we love your fighter, but you know what, there's some other things we can do. I love the field house. I'm like, hey, let's see what we can do together. And I know nothing about boxing. I just love to fight. I love to fight. I mean, I got a good knowledge of it, but at the details of what she's doing. But the one thing I know and Ivan knows, I know how to put on a show. So that's it. If she handles the boxing, I handle the show. It'll all work together, and we want to come to beautiful Wilmington, Delaware. We have so many challenges, as Dee has alluded to, with our youth and things of that nature. And we have some organizations that are starting to come to us and maybe get tickets and buy in bulk so that we can get to the different rec centers. I know the Delaware Blue Coats bought a block of tickets for William Hicks Anderson Center. So we're asking for other companies to come aboard and do that so we can get to our kids and get them off these streets.
That's what's happening. I love it. Okay, so y'all got together and we got boxing. How many fights we have that day?
We have 10 fights.
Woo-hoo,
we have 2 title fights, 2 men title fights.
Okay. And we have the flyer right
and
here.
And we have 2 girl fights. And one of the girls is rated 6th in the world.
Oh, I'll be there.
Excuse me.
I'll be there. Right, I'll be there.
Since we're talking about it, tell us about the date of the fight and how can people attend?
It's September 17th. Okay. It's at the Field House. You can buy $30 tickets on Eventbrite.
Okay.
And because I figured this way, it's money's so tough right now. A family could come out, a couple kids, less than $100.
Have some fun.
Right. We do have seats on the floor, but you know the Field House has beautiful, the bleachers are
You're not going to miss a punch.
No.
And
we have seats from 75 up to 150. VIP, you're right there.
Okay.
You get some food with it and all. But just, we want the people. We have a kid from Wilmington, Delaware. He's 1-0. He's going to do. There's a couple young kids underneath.
Excellent.
So we keep going like that.
Fights out of Hicks. So yeah.
What's the name?
Holden.
Yeah.
Holden.
Okay. No, I'm thinking about the guy, the champ that fought out of Hicks. Omar. He might. Okay.
Yeah, but no. I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I wish we let
No, this is the first bell is at 7 p.m.
Yes.
Saturday, September 17th.
Exactly.
From tickets for general admission from $30 all the way to say like 150. You say
175.
175.
Yeah.
But they can tune in via live stream as well.
Yes.
So I think that's nice.
A lot of girls are from Canada. Some of the other people are from Germany, Haiti. So they can get it live stream, which is really good.
Question.
Yes.
Are we looking at one-time thing here, or something like maybe annually? At the Chase Fieldhouse?
He's up to the Fieldhouse. Boxing's in.
Yes.
Okay, because I'm thinking that would be great for Wilmington.
And you know we have some great fights that have went around. I mean, Dee has done fights at Hocus and Pals. She's always been here, giving back to our community. So I was like, hey, you know what? Come to the Fieldhouse. Great working with Steve and those guys over there to make sure that we have everything available. Him and Trevor has come in and worked with us so amazingly at the Fieldhouse to make sure that we can put on a first-class show.
Yeah, they had. I remember they had. Was it Tiberi? I want to say the champ had something over.
Dave Tiberi. Yeah, he'll be there that night.
Yeah, okay, great. Because they box without Dave.
And his brother, his nephew, Nick Tiberi.
Yes.
Nick is our matchmaker.
Yes, yeah.
And the fight is dedicated to Mighty Mike Tiberi.
Nice.
The kid that passed away.
Yeah, nice, beautiful. Oh, I remember the fight that they had. I want to say maybe 8 years ago at the Chase Center.
Right.
That turned out to be great.
Right.
That was a heck of a crowd because we haven't seen anything like that in a very, very long time. So I know.
And that's a good point you put on, because a lot of people say, oh, it's going to be at the Chase Center? No, it's the Chase Fieldhouse.
Yeah, right over the water.
Right big 76 on the outside.
Yeah.
When you see the Delaware Blue Coats play, you want to just transition that into a boxing arena.
Right.
Oh my God, I feel the energy. That's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
I have one more thing.
Go ahead.
I'm fighting, and I don't want to bring this up, but I'm fighting cancer. It's called multiple myeloma.
Multiple myeloma.
It hits men, black men, but people don't know about.
Right.
That's why my hair's short. I used to have hair like you, red, sexy, everything. Now I got this. But
Still look good, girl.
It's a bone marrow. It's a bone marrow.
Okay.
And most of the people that get it are black men
Oh.
that don't know about it. You don't know it unless you have a backache or side ache. I just want to bring that up.
No worries. I think that what we do is that's interesting because I never heard of it.
Nobody did.
Right.
Nobody did. It's
so,
rare.
So men, if you're watching, if you're a black man, if you're watching, if you're having, you said.
I had a backache.
Backache.
And I thought, well, I'm getting older and I push things and everything like that. But I went to the doctor and they did a blood test.
Right.
So if you're having a pain, a hip, there's somebody that works at the train station here. He was 53 years old. And same thing, he did his hip and they found out they have it.
Wow.
So I want to do awareness about that.
That'd be
because
great.
it is important.
Yeah, most definitely. If you and one thing about black men, I go to the doctors now.
Right, but most of them don't. Most men don't go. They don't go. They don't
When last
go.
time you been to the doctor's, Doc?
Yo,
that's all right.
My daddy's dream, daily promotion.
You hear the stutter? But if you're a man out there, just go get checked. I was diagnosed being diabetic, type 2 diabetic, last year, and I never saw it coming, right? And the doctor that was in the hospital with me, and she was saying, look, we can get treated if we know what's going on, but if we don't show up, and she's just like, just men in general. So men, I'm asking you from the depths of all of our hearts here, if you're watching this, go get checked out. Just go and just say, I want to see where I'm at health-wise because it's important.
Yes.
You have more than yourself to worry about, to care about on this planet. So just go. And we'd like to definitely love everyone here at DETV. We'd love to bring awareness about cancer, just your health.
Right.
So go get checked out. And thank you so much for sharing that with us. We
And
really
and
appreciate
really,
it.
that's what this is all about. Because we have a young lady that's going to be singing the Ukraine national anthem.
Okay.
We want to still bring light on that situation.
too. Yeah.
So we're using this fight as a way of just bringing awareness to a lot of different
things.
And for the fighters and the fighters.
And I think that's what entertainment is supposed to do.
Yes.
Is to bring awareness to everything. You're bringing a common thing together, boxing, and you have different nationalities and different ethnic groups, and people just come in and you say, oh, and while you're here, you might want to check out.
Right.
Have your ear.
Yes, let's have your ear.
We'll take your blood.
Blood back.
We'll check
Thank you so much for coming. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having us. We
And
appreciate
Dee,
this.
we will keep you in our prayers.
Thank you.
Yes.
We know that
They work.
you have,
Yes.
yes, they do. And we know that you have proven that you are already resilient. And your ambition and drive has shown in your career.
Thank you.
And that you have to continue to use that superpower that you have to stay strong and healthy. But we will keep you in our prayers here on Good Morning Wilmington at DETV. So thank you for that.
And you know what the best part about it is? The young women that are watching this is like, she did what?
She did.
You know what I mean?
No excuses.
They're like, I have no excuse.
No
so
excuses.
you don't even know who you're reaching right now. That they really can look and be like, boxing? Like, I'm talking about banking. She's a promoter. You know?
Love it.
So Dee, thank you so much. Joe, my main man, 50 grand. Appreciate you.
And
too.
I told her you started in the basement. She couldn't believe it.
I believe it.
She was like, yo. She looking like, yes.
I met Joe. Me and Joe was at an event. We were in my basement. I'm like, sorry about this, man. He's like, what? He said, nope, you good. We had little insects running by, a dog running by. But just like your hard work, it pays off.
It does pay off.
Fighting.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Jeez, that's amazing. I get to meet Dee. All right. You ready to continue?
Yes, we got to take a commercial break.
Are we closing out here? We're closing out here, right? Are we going to close out here? I love that sign
we're
language.
ending it now.
We're ending it now.
All right.
Another amazing show.
Another amazing show.
Jeez.
I love the show. This is what we came back to after a week off. I don't think we should take any more breaks. No
I think we
breaks.
should ramp it up and go like 4 times
Yeah,
a week. What you think? What you think?
I think
The demand is there.
My sister's paying attention.
Yeah,
She's
right,
like,
she's like, no.
checking her schedule. I don't know about the restaurant.
Right.
You never know. You never
Yeah.
know. But we're just very excited to be able to be here to give all these incredible people a platform to speak on here at Good Morning Wilmington.
Yeah.
So yes, another great show. So excited to talk with Giselle and the Godoy family for Black Sands Entertainment and Manuel. Yes, Manuel and Giselle.
Yep.
Really excited about that story. And then obviously Brandon Brice and Gurev, Pancakes for Progress event. And then obviously Dee Lee and Joe Richmond, another amazing show. But
they made me feel like it was ESPN.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Really awesome.
Shoot, I feel good.
Really
I feel
awesome.
great.
But before we end, we have to thank our sponsors. So we'd like to thank Balance Strength and Fitness and Wi-Fi Internet Service. And again, if you're interested in becoming a sponsor on Good Morning Wilmington, make sure you contact this guy right here.
And Dart Transportation.
Yes,
Thank you,
Dart
Dart
Trans. Yes,
Transportation,
thank you.
for everything that you're doing. Oh God. Just a beautiful day today. I really had a. This was a good show.
Good feels.
Good
all
feels.
The feels. All the feels.
Good energy.
Oh yeah, energy.
Energy.
Yeah, I felt it today.
All right, we got to go. Up next is cooking show. What cooking show is up next? Dana, Chef Dana cooking is up next on DETV. Make sure you go to the website, or if you're home right now, Channel 28. Stay Comcast Channel 28. Stay safe. Hug someone that needs a hug. Feed someone that needs to be fed. Clothe someone that needs to be clothed. But most of all, love everybody. All right, Vincenza and Ivan, we are out. See you on Wednesday.